MSG here, who did exactly that. They moved Pokemon out of the top lane, tried save for a little bit there, Zatai in the mid lane, then Zatai moved into the top lane. They brought Rookie back into the mid. They were doing all sorts of crazy things. Of course, the jungle and bottom lane stayed very similar, but they certainly mixed it up throughout the mid-season of the first split.
I think they even had a save mid lane game.
I believe they may have done that, but look.
He played LeBlanc. It was good.
We don't talk about that sort of time, do we? Because not sure many of us really understood what was going on. Unlimited Potential, though, they're going to ban away 2 supports already. Kitty's getting a whole lot of focus. Looks like they might be going for a Nautilus first pick.
Yeah, it certainly does, but that was banned away last time from Invictus, so we'll have to see whether they continue with the Nautilus ban or whether there's something else going on here, because throwing 2 bans at Kitties, he's a very solid player, don't get me wrong. I actually am a very big fan of Kitties, and I think that he played that game particularly well, but throwing 2 bans at a support in such a top-heavy meta just really isn't what you want to be doing. You want to be taking the likes of Gragas away, and they go with Fizz.
Goodness.
Zatai getting the respect ban.
That's very interesting. IG, they can ban away the Urgot here from Scatch if they want to, but that is going to be leaving up the Cassiopeia. Of course, LeBlanc is still there as well. Unlimited Potential sort of playing with fire with this ban list because, of course, the only standard ban in the current meta is the Alistar coming out from these guys. So
everything else is reactionary.
Yeah, but they're also funneling 2 really powerful picks into the hands of Invictus Gaming. Yes, they can get first pick. They can pick up their highest priority champion, most likely, as Gragas is going to get banned away. But if it's Rek'Sai, Amy managed to get it last time. Nothing really happened there. And Zatai's going to be able to get his all-important Rammus.
I knew you were going to do that. So Rek'Sai is picked up on the other side of the Rift-Eye Unlimited Potential. Rammus will not be picked up.
Neither will Udyr, most likely.
No, Udyr is really good on the current meta.
Damn it. Can't get anything right.
I like Udyr at the moment. If you have something like a Facilitator, something like an Orianna, something like a Lulu that can actually get Udyr in, he's pretty strong. But we see they will go something like the Nunu, like the Nautilus, very tanky frontline coming through, very good kite back already. If you get Kid on something that has scales well off attack speed, Vayne, Jinx, something like that, it's going to be very difficult to dive the AD carry from IG.
Yeah, we know that Kid more than happy to pick up the Vayne as well. Had a 4-0 and 6 or 2, I believe, performance on that champion. Definitely played well. And is now Unlimited Potential able to pick up another 2 picks. And of course, still a whole lot of high priority champions on the table. The LeBlanc, there's like a whole bunch of mid lanes that can be gone for here. So we'll see what UP decide to pick up.
Yeah, and looks like they're hovering the Ziggs. And if they want to get through a mid game, few champions nurse a team through mid game like Ziggs does.
Yeah.
So they don't go with him.
Not looking at it just yet. Urgot is being considered here for Scatch as well, as Punished is going to lock away the LeBlanc. So going all in.
Wow, that was an insta-lock out of Kid. The Sivir being picked up. So this is the first Sivir game coming through from Invictus Gaming. Proving me wrong, I said they wouldn't prioritize it, but Urgot does well against a lot of the other AD carries. Sivir wants to be able to shove him in early and try and win the lane that way, but Rookie, he's opted into the skill matchup that is Cassiopeia versus LeBlanc. And the one thing you can do as Cassio is LeBlanc does struggle to kill you at level 4 when she has a lot of damage against other people. So you do win the extended trade, but as the game goes on, it becomes increasingly difficult to deal with the outright kill potential that can be picked up by that LeBlanc.
Yeah, Rookie considering the cleanse here as well in the mid lane. Although it's not going to be doing too much. Maybe can stop a chain.
Nah.
Yep, nah. Heart as well on the Thresh as he has just locked that one in. A couple of fairly tanky members here being picked up for Unlimited Potential, making sure they round out their lineup. Of course, any team with an Urgot is generally going to be just that little bit more tanky moving on to the Rift, but now with Thresh and Nah, you're going to have a massive team fight possibility. And
they also have relatively good consistent damage with Urgot Nah. Nah does a lot of work, especially in mid Nah form, so it's not going to be extremely lacking in damage, especially if something like a Frozen Mallet or the Black Cleaver is picked up, but have to see exactly how it works out. And maybe it's a top Cassiopeia in a mid Rise? I have no idea.
Yeah, look, it's a tie.
Cassiopeia top does beat Nah.
Cassiopeia top is also a thing, and Rise top hasn't been a thing for quite some time.
But it's a Rise top, and I'm really interested to see how Zatai plays this, because this is the first professional Rise game we've seen since the changes came through.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to update me on them, because I read them and got confused.
iRhythm got a little bit confused as well. Of course, his
passive
Q,
is heaps different now.
Yeah, his Q is also a skill shot now, so I believe he gains a little bit of extra damage on his next spell. Of course, still going to be reducing the cooldowns with each spell cast, but it's slightly different. Gains a slight shield, I believe, after throwing out a few of them. But I recently played him trying to figure out how he works, and I'm still not entirely sure. All I know is his Q is now a skill shot, so it's not as easy to play, so I sort of gave up.
All right, so they added range. I actually did read it pretty extensively. So they added range to the Q. Thank you for taking me through it. A little bit less AP scaling there. His E is now much more AoE focused at all points of the game. And when you get up to your 5th or 6th spell, you do augment the rest of your abilities a little bit. So thank you, Atlas, for coming through with the goods.
Man. But life looks great from underneath this bus spawn, I promise you.
We'll have to see exactly how it works out in the one-on-one matchup, because Gnar is a lane bully, and one thing that Rise has always been is fairly squishy without items.
Yeah.
Gets tanky through his build path, but without items, he can be dictated to in lane and is gated by things like mana in his range. So we'll have to see whether Zatai can hold up in this 1v1.
Yeah, and isn't it about unlimited potential potentially going for something like a lane swap? Not entirely sure, but ladies and gentlemen, let's get onto the Rift. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Summoner's Rift. Unlimited potential now on the blue side, taking on Invictus Gaming, who've moved into the red pants. Amy is going to be setting up here, and not too many deep vision is going to be opted for, as IG look to be fairly comfortable with standard lanes.
Yeah, so seeing whether they can get this Rise going. He has gone for the Doran's Ring. Of course, E scales really well off AP right now, so see whether that is to just help him shove out the lane. And overall, Invictus Gaming, they've got a little bit of a different look going here. A lot of peel coming through for Kid. And Amy, he's going pretty aggressive early game.
Kakao and Amy just sort of hanging out together.
And Amy actually taking Q first. So this is a difference that we see sometimes out of Rek'Sai's. You can take Q or you can take your tunnel. If you take tunnel, it's very, very easy, as they're just going to go for a little bit of a peek in on Zatai. Everyone will just back away. If you take tunnel, it's very easy to invade because you can see people moving around. Also gives you a knock up as well as
you mean Burrow?
Yeah.
Yep, thank goodness.
Burrow, sorry.
Yeah,
the thing that puts you underground.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, gives you your tremor sense, gives you the ability to knock up your first camp. If you get a good leash, you actually stay a little bit healthier, but Q is a quicker clear, so we'll have to see whether Amy utilizes this Q to just farm up an absolute storm. And you can see the reason he's gone for it, because he's not getting a leash.
No, he's going to have to try and take things on himself. Kid and Kitties are actually going to get donated the Gromp, and this is something that Nunus often do as well, because they have no trouble in the jungle. Kakao just going to smite the Gromp and then head towards the blue buff, so just going to have that bit of extra damage from the Gromp, and then hand over the experience to his bottom lane.
Yeah, and really smart ward coming out of Heart down there. He's actually warded the red buff late, because generally what Nunus like to do is smart and then just beeline for the red buff on the other team, especially if you know they're not going to do it. Won't be the case this time around. Kakao will start his own blue, but there's less danger of an invade coming through from a Nunu.
Yeah, Amy going to be starting off these Wolves here as well. Does have that burrowed ability, so he's going to be getting a little bit of his health back. Is punished, continuing to put pressure on. Very aggressive positioning here in the lane. Is the poison not going to land? Rookie just waiting for the wave.
Twice now, though, so he wants to try and all in here, but he hasn't been able to nail any of the poisons. And once again, Kid's been able to shove Sketch in underneath the turret.
Yeah, Sketch, of course, not going to have a whole lot of wave clear early on as this Urgot, but you're exactly right.
He actually has a decent amount because you can just keep firing Qs at minions. So it's not horrible. He doesn't have the AoE wave clear, but he's kind of like Ezreal in the fact that he can shove if he chooses to.
Yeah, of course. We'll see how he manages to work with his mana. Of course, now does have a massive mana pool to play around with if anything is going to go down there in that lane.
Yeah, so we'll have to see whether he can use it for some harass. Ooh, punish. Actually putting a bit of a lesson on here for Rookie. Rookie getting shoved in relatively hard. Needs to start pushing that back, because if anything does go wrong, he's in a little bit of trouble.
Most certainly is. Does have a huge creep wave there. Has is only behind a couple of CS, so as far as that farm is concerned, not going too badly. But what you've got to worry about is the fact that Punish can go all in and maybe pick up the solo kill if he falls a little bit too far behind before 6.
Yeah, good timing out of Long in the top lane. Gets a ward down. Kakao not going to be spotted out, however. And an early roam coming through from Punish into the bottom lane.
Yeah, the pings are going to go out here as Kid and Kitties moving back. Oh, Kitty's needing to use that
damage.
Titan's Wrath. Man, there's the dredge line as well as Hart down to about 150 health, and Punish has to come in just to try and do damage control.
Yeah, he just had to show himself so they didn't continue to aggress. He's going to lose the whole creep wave, and all of a sudden, with that roam, he's kind of lost 2 lanes by himself.
Yeah, well, I guess he didn't actually lose the bottom lane. You know, I think that was probably Hart getting caught, but
Hart went in.
Definitely...
Hart didn't get caught. Hart death sentenced in.
All right. Okay. So intentionally. But of course... Oh, there's another dredge line, though. The stun coming through from the passive. Staggering blows is going to do a bit of work, but nothing too much going to come from it.
Very cute there out of Kid. He's actually picked up the poison himself and then went and stood on top of his AD carry with that big champion model as Rookie.
Yeah, there's the chain down as well. No Ignite going to be used from Punish, so that's going to cause Rookie to probably head back because not going to be able to stand up to the next round of burst from Punished.
And we see Zatai up there in the top lane. He's continuing to farm up, actually doing a very good job. With the ring is a little bit tankier than we would have suspected.
Yeah, Amy does get the knock up though. The flash is going to be forced out already, but look at the tower doing so much work to this Rek'Sai. 100 health, he's going to have to move away, but that is Summoner Spell down here for Zatai. Yeah,
so Zatai, now he might be repeat ganked. His wave is also shoving, so it will be dangerous for him to go back up there. Might need a teleport and see if he can push it out, but Rookie, he's up in CS. We'll be able to go back and pick a tier up, but this is something dangerous that we haven't spoken about in a while. The double tier comp coming through for Invictus Gaming from both Cassiopeia and Ryze means that until about the 22-minute mark, they're going to struggle to fight for dragons.
Yeah, if only IG had have picked up the Urgot, they could have had triple tier. Maybe even in Italy as well. So many tiers, but not going to be happening this time. Of course, they do have the double, but from the solo lanes, we haven't seen this in a very long time.
Yeah, so it will mean that there is a slight delay in any power coming into the mid game. Also means that they will be reasonably tanky once the evolutions come through, just because of how the Ceres Embrace works. Unless the Zatai goes for a cheesy mana unit in there. And really will change the pace of the game than what we saw last time.
Yeah, Spellflux is being thrown out relentlessly there by Zatai, making sure that he's stacking that tier and, of course, trying to get some damage down on these minions, shoving them forward.
Yeah, I actually want to see whether he's maxing the E or maxing the Q, because there is a little bit of a different change of thought up there. He is going with the E for the AoE wave clear.
Yeah, Long actually getting damage down here by Zatai. Nice work landing repeated Qs. And he's still that machine gun mage here in the top lane. Yeah,
so you see him trying to throw it out there, but the E helping him shove out the wave and making sure that he can always stay aggressive. And
another Rune Prison as well. Zatai wishes he had the flash just so that he could finish off that kill. Meganar almost hanging around here as Amy is going to head over. Spotted Cacao just a little bit, but there's a knock up underneath the tower. Zatai does have his ult available. We'll see whether he pops it, as that Q looked like it went straight through Amy. But Boomerang not going to find the mark. Zatai with 400 health just going to be heading back towards his top lane. Even farm both of these top laners, but it's a very dangerous situation. Tremorsense knows that Cacao is there, and Long just being a nuisance yet again.
Yeah, but being able to stay equal as Ryze in a lane is now Cacao being caught.
Yeah, Cacao does have to be careful now as well. Doesn't want to get knocked up as Rookie. Man, as soon as anyone moves around, the Cassiopeia is well and truly respected. That Petrifying Gaze could really turn things around. The Nara to the wall here onto Zatai as the wallop lands as well. Zatai trying to turn this one around, but no! Long picks up the kill, and this guy's Nara has been pretty impressive, and I was wondering whether or not Zatai be able to overcome it. Looks like Long is able to pick up the first kill up there and first blood.
Yeah, so grabs the kill up in the top lane, and that's just going to mean worse things because, as we said, Ryze, if he can stay equal, becomes this late game terror. But if he falls behind at any point, especially now that he's going Hex Drinker on the Gnar, it's going to be incredibly hard for Zatai to shove him around. And Nunu doesn't really add much to the ganks. Not going to be really the pressure jungler that we saw out of last game, something like the Gragas. So it's going to be hard for Zatai to get back into this one.
Yeah, Scatch, you can see actually ahead in farm just a little bit. Huge creep wave available for Kid to pick up though. But the bottom lane not going as far in IG's favor as it did in the previous game. Rookie able to pick up a blue buff for himself. So again, I mean, Rookie not exactly on sort of the mid-game powerhouse of Ahri that he was last time around, but see whether he can make things work. Okay, that's probably a good point. But you're not going to necessarily be sitting in a... Oh, you can sit in a brush and just prepare for a kill, can't you? Because Petrifying Gaze is pretty good when people face check. So I'm just going to stop talking about strategical things and just let you take care of that one, Spawn. Rookie, though, is on Cassiopeia, so going to be scaling very, very effectively into the later stages of the game and going to have so much Baron damage. I can be pretty confident on that one.
Yeah, definitely. Cassiopeia really shreds through those objectives. Also, will allow Rookie to go, I want to say, probably skip the Abyssal Scepter this game and just get something like,
oh, whoa, the chain's not going to land here as all punished. Doesn't get stunned by the Petrifying Gaze, only loses about a third of his health. So it was a bit of an awkward fight there. There's the 2v2 in the top lane as well as Zatai. He has popped the ultimate. The Hexdrinker trying to get burned through Long, getting taken down solo. Nas them both into the wall, but is going to die just before that ultimate does go off. And Amy not going to be able to do too much here as well. Sketch actually going to get the swap onto Kid, but that may have been a dangerous decision. The box is down. Kid trying to get some auto attacks off as Sketch. Oh, the boomerang on the return. Going to pick up the kill. Hart now at about 300 health is going to have to get underneath that turret and try to survive. Punished. Wants to be able to punish IG for going that deep.
Won't be able to. So in the end, Kid picks up a kill for himself, 1-0 in that bottom lane, able to get some more control back. And when Urgot starts losing a lane, that's not good. We mentioned the fact that Siva really does shove him in, gives some good things out as punish. Ooh.
Oh, there's the cleanse actually popped here by Rookie. Lands the next poison. There's the Twin Fang, and Rookie with the solo kill in the mid lane makes it look easy.
Yeah, and I was going to say that maybe Rookie won't go for the Abyssal, because if he does, it will be purely a laning item. And generally, Rookie just builds for teamfights and trusts himself to get through the lane. But no, picks it up, goes with the Negatron first time around, trusts his bases, and really punishes LeBlanc there for going over aggressive with the cleanse, was able to pick up a solo kill.
Well, there's also the fact that, I mean, Abyssal Scepter is just a fantastic item anyway because it reduces the enemy's magic resist, but you're right. I mean, it's the only magic damage dealer on the team.
Yeah, exactly right. So with Zatai, it really, as Zatai, Nunu, of course, it will help his team a lot. I definitely agree with that. Also negates a lot of the usefulness that will come out of the mid-game items, such as the Aegis of the Legions, things like that, but is a little bit of a lane investment as IG, they're going to pick up a dragon, but Zatai is in some trouble top lane.
Yeah, he's possibly going to get collapsed. That is 3 members. He's going to use the flash and the ultimate. A lot of movement speed. Unlimited potential, unable to catch him.
Yeah, no ultimate available out of Long up there, so weren't able to get anything going. And this means they might even lose a turret bottom lane for their trouble. And they didn't even stick around to shove that one in, so everything coming up IG right now.
Most certainly is. There's the distortion from Unpunished. Oh, actually, his name's Punished, not Unpunished, as he actually used the Mimic as well to try and continue the chase, but nothing going to come of it. Rookie's just going to head back.
Yeah, so everyone just kind of going back into a lull, and this game really is Invictus's to, I guess, lose right now because there's no acceleration coming through, and we mentioned the double tier already. They're not being punished for it whatsoever.
Yeah, Amy actually going to find Rookie here, who does have the flash. There's the Petrifying Gaze, going to stun up Punish there just a little bit. Uses the flash maybe a little bit late as, oh, the damage is enough from Punished, and he locks down the follow-up kill. So LeBlanc not out of it just yet.
Yeah, so that's something that you would have expected a little bit earlier to come through his heart, hooks in a minion, but they're really not taking advantage of the fact that they've got a Na who right now should be able to beat out Zatai and lane, and not to mention the fact that Punished as well as Rek'Sai together should be able to beat out the Nunu Cassiopeia combo. So if they are actually coordinating their ganks properly, they should be getting ahead in this laning phase, but they're just not in any lane.
Not quite able to, as Zatai has picked up a blasting wand on top of that catalyst, so very close to the Rod of Ages now as well. 13 minutes into the game with a tier and a Doran's ring as well is very decent timing here by this top lane Rise. Only 3 CS behind, and like you mentioned, I mean, the laning matchups definitely should have been going in favor of Unlimited Potential, but at the moment, IG ahead by 800 gold.
Kid now even getting on the train, he picks up some gold generation himself.
Yeah, let's continue the lull.
Avarice blade. Let's just stall this out for as long as possible. Make sure we're picking up some items for ourselves. And you see that Invictus Gaming, they just want to make sure that they're going for as late game as possible.
Yeah, Zatai farming up as best he can underneath this turret. As I believe we do have a slight pause.
Yeah, so we'll have to see whether right now Unlimited Potential can really force the pace of this game because, as we said, double tier, now with a gold generation item on the AD carry, and up in CS, and even a couple of kills across the board means an Unlimited Potential, who picked the likes of the Gnar, the lane bully, LeBlanc, Urgot. All these guys should be starting to really shove their lanes around throughout the mid game. First Dragon even went through to Invictus Gaming. Unlimited Potential haven't been able to get anything on their own terms. And, you know, you have to take a look at Amy in the jungle. Really isn't being that proactive apart from the one gank on the Cassiopeia mid lane that did net them the kill. But we need to see more of that, because Nunu, he's trying to keep eyes on the jungler. But reality is that if you try and fight a Rek'Sai, especially in a 2v2, Amy should be coming out ahead.
Yeah, and there's also the fact he managed to pick up the flash from the Ryze in the top lane early on in the game, but then never made it back up there. Something that you generally do is you get a flash, you note down the timer, and then you make sure that you kill them before it's back up again, and that is not something that they were able to do. Yeah,
so Unlimited Potential just not able to eke anything out of Invictus Gaming. And really, credit to Invictus Gaming for staying very composed and playing their kind of a game, especially Rookie in the mid lane, who understood when he could go aggressive and picked himself up a kill. But overall, Unlimited Potential have looked for weird windows. They've gone on 2 roams now with their LeBlanc when there really hasn't been any kill potential there. They haven't been able to utilize Urgot as the lane bully initiation at all, just because of the fact that Nautilus is way too much of a presence in that lane. So look for some further deep vision to come out. This is what we spoke about last game. They need to get eyes on where Cacao and Rookie are, and then make sure that they're the ones forcing the plays and not walking into IG.
Yeah, the thing that I'm thinking about, though, is the fact that IG just have so much consistent damage in the later stages of the game. As soon as, you know, Unlimited Potential are falling behind, it just raises up massive warning flags for how this game's going to go. Because when you pick 2 tiers and a Rod of Ages on your side, but you're still managing to find fights that you want, I mean, it's just not looking good.
Yeah, it certainly isn't looking good. They will have a window where they've just got the ability on the LeBlanc to be able to take Cassiopeia off the map. Okay. Not to mention the fact that they've got Rek'Sai, who should add some control over there. So if they're able to pick up the next Dragon, really get it to about the 25-minute mark on relatively equal footing, they will have about a 7-minute window where they should be stronger whilst everything is stacking up, whilst they're waiting for 3 items to come through from Sivir, because you can just itemize Spectre Cow, Hexdrinker, or Gnar, and it's very hard to kill him as a frontliner. Same thing with your Rek'Sai. You get a Cow on him on top of the Cinderhole, very hard to kill him. So a lot of the pressure is on Kid to get into a point where teams have to start building armor. So, but before that point, Unlimited Potential should be able to take it to this team comp. The problem is that they're just not looking proactive enough to try and do these things.
We'll see how it does go as long. He's going to head into Mega Gnar form as the pause is over. And top lane outer turret did eventually fall down. It is going to be bottom lane outer falling as well, as IG were able to answer. So very even as far as these global objectives are concerned, as Rookie throws out some optimistic poison, and there's a decent mimic from Punish to get some damage down.
Yeah, Amy looking to can on jungle Cacao right now.
Odd choice.
It's going to be unique.
I think he just helped him out.
Yeah, he's got a fairly extensive tunnel network set up through his jungle, so he has been farming relatively well as Punish, getting some more damage down on Rookie, but now the calls come through from IG to just push down this mid lane.
Yeah, well, Kid had managed to succeed in pushing down the bottom outer turret, so he's just going to move to the next one on the map. Punish is going to try and clear this one out as best he can, but can't manage to kill all of the minions just yet. A 4-stack of IG members in the mid lane. Just going to be answered by 3 of Unlimited Potential, and now IG going to transition this into removing the vision around the map.
Yeah, Unlimited Potential doing a relatively good job this time around to keeping vision fairly neutral, however. Cow going to be able to sweep out another pink ward. Finally, Roller picked up by...
Ooh, cleanse immediately used by Rookie there as Amy going to find a knock up onto Cacao. Does use the ultimate as the Absolute Zero does come down, but Cacao very, very low, not going to be able to continue this fight.
Yeah, so Cacao nearly went into death range there, and Zatai didn't want to teleport. Minute 30 on Dragon means that everyone's going to have to back away, probably get a shop in, but UP, they're still looking for their pick. They're just not able to find it.
No, Kid might find some free time with this tower, though, as Hart wants to get the Descents. There's the Flay, though. Kid going to get slowed down from that one. Descents not going to find him, as there's the combo from Punish. Forces out the flash. Petrifying Gaze at max range over the wall, but Punish is going to survive that one, and no one really finding the in that they were looking for.
But these are all wins for Unlimited Potential. They get the Petrifying Gaze out. They get the flash and the cleanse out of Rookie as well as Kid. So now that the next Dragon fight, 50 seconds away, they should be able to fight this, because a lot of key summoners are down at the moment. And that might mean that LeBlanc's able to get in there and do some work.
Yeah, Punished looking to try and get something done. Of course, the Negatron Cloak making things hard. But of course, Morellonomicon going to be helping. Wants to at least save up for that needlessly large rod as soon as possible. And what does he build this game? Is it going to be a Luden's Echo type situation, or does he want just flat damage as quickly as possible? How do you build a LeBlanc in this team at this stage? Because, of course, a lot is going to be hinging on Punish this game.
Yeah, well, with the double AP coming through, looks like he's electing for an Abyssal Scepter. I like the Luden's Echo on LeBlanc. I think it gives her a really smooth curve, allows you to kind of do what you did with DFG in the past and take people out. Movement speed is a very underrated stat when you look at Luden's Echo. It's something like 9%.
Yeah, it's
which
crazy.
Is just ridiculous. It's a lot of hidden power in the item, and you can get multiple rotations out there. So going for a little bit more of a team fight feel here, making sure there's some survivability as well on the LeBlanc, and 3 members strong now on on Unlimited Potential. Zoning Zatai away from this means that they'll probably give up another Dragon.
Well, it is going to be at least the inner turret in this bottom lane as well, as Kid's going to use that Ricochet to try and get some more attack speed. Teleport is actually going to be used by Long as well. Does defend the inner, but that's a huge cooldown now down for UP. And the top lane, no more pressure up there.
Yeah, and we complimented UP before this game on their pick ban phase and their shot calling in game. And they've looked really bad today in the shot calling front, because that was just, there was no reason to pressure the top side of the map. Dragon was the next objective. You just burnt a key ultimate as well as the flash on the AD carry. They had things in their favor, and they just weren't able to like get any form of fight that they were looking for.
No, and they used the teleport as well, which meant that IG knew that they could easily take down the Dragon without any contest. There's decent Q there from Zatai. He's going to flash over. Gets exhausted, though. He's most definitely dead. Punished. Going to be able to lock that one down. Actually, Amy somehow picked it up with, I believe, a Prey Seeker.
Yeah, so Prey Seeker came through, picked that one up, but meanwhile, bottom lane turret tier 2 will go down. So they're swapping a kill for a turret. They also gave up Dragon as well. So even the wins on Unlimited Potential sides aren't really wins, because Zatai, he's happy he got the minion wave, was able to farm out a little bit more, and they won't get anything else. Maybe this mid lane turret, although they might be collapsed on from behind. They need to be careful.
Yeah, IG looking to try and rotate into this one. Hart might have discovered them there as Rookie trying to turn this one around. Miasma is going to be down, just trying to clear this one out. Zatai's going to teleport in. That's 5 members of IG hanging around here. Depth charge onto Amy. They're looking to try and pick something up as the dredge line from Kitty's going to split up IG a little bit. Unlimited Potential able to get out of there as Punish just distorts over the wall. He's going to be fine.
So they lose bottom turret. They don't even pick up mid in response. Now they're going to lose mid. Unlimited Potential not able to get anything on this map. And Invictus Gaming, rotating around as a 5-man unit, just looks stronger right now.
Yeah, this is going to be the turret falling down as well. Oh, not quite. The poison is going to go on to Long as well, but that is a love tap away from death. A cool breeze may knock down that turret. Still looks relatively sturdy, to be honest. But don't trust it. Blue buff is going to go down to Punished here as well. He distorts back.
Don't trust it.
No, don't trust it. It's not quite as stable as you'd think. Sort of like that bridge. You don't expect is going to fall down, but then it falls down.
Which bridge was that?
I don't know. It sounds like a really scary story, though. I drive across a bridge when I'm heading back from work, so I'm probably going to take a different way home this time. Very frightening. Zatai, though, does pick up the shield from his new passive spawn that you so eloquently told us is now a thing. Thank you for that.
Eloquently. I felt anything but today. As we see IG moving around the map, they've got about a 2,000 gold lead at this point, getting some key item spikes as well. The Abyssal's finished up, Infinity Edge, as well as moving towards that Archangels for Zatai as well. So the tier's nearly getting towards fully stacked. We said it'll be about 21 minutes. Reality, probably about 25 minutes for Cassiopeia and Ryze, just because of when they were picked up during the laning phase. And Unlimited Potential, apart from that top lane turret, really haven't been able to grab anything on this map so far.
No, and Kid easily able to wave clear this one out as well. Only one turret has been taken for Unlimited Potential, as Zatai's got a bit of attention there in the top side, but he's still only behind 3 CS here against the lane bully. Has picked up that Rod of Ages, now at 5 stacks as well, so that's going to be stacked up at about the 26-minute mark, and once that's there, he's probably going to have a Seraph's Embrace as well, because Ryze able to spam out those abilities so quickly. Rookie is going to dodge out of the way of the chain, but still taking Large amount of damage.
Yeah, but with the spell vamp coming through now from the passive, able to top himself up from these things. Not really much going well for unlimited potential right now. Not able to bully out Rookie at all. He's had a completely fine laning phase. 40 CS is a difference in the bottom lane. Sivir is absolutely massive compared to Urgot, who has got a Black Cleaver.
Oh, again, Rookie taking a combo, but look at that damage. There's the staggering blows as well as Kitty's. Yep, there's the warm breath. See? Misleading, because that did not look like it was about to just crumble down like that after one little boomerang.
It was a Cassiopeia.
Oh, was it? So a snake spits on it and it falls down.
Even less than that, yep.
Ridiculous. Okay. So I feel redeemed. Kid is going to head up to try and pick up the last remaining outer turret on this map as IG going to pick that one up as well. Of course, the inner did fall in the bottom lane as well. They've got a few turrets yet to take.
Yeah, the teleport advantage is actually in unlimited potential's favor, and that's why IG have to back away here. About 10-15 seconds until Zetize is up, and when that is available, I'm sure that they'll both be happy to fight over this turret, because Invictus Gaming, all of a sudden with the upgrade out of Cassiopeia, really have hit their stride in this game. Yeah,
Seraph's Embrace, like you mentioned, is going to be there, augmenting that Abyssal Scepter just a little bit. Kakao at half health, took a bit of a combo. Zetize actually blows the ultimate just to try and pick up some extra farm underneath this turret in the bottom lane, protects that one for quite some time. As he's going to go back, possibly pick up the Archangel stuff. We'll see whether it's going to be an instant Seraph's as he locks that one down. It is going to be Seraph's Embrace straight away.
Yeah, so 23 minutes. That's a great click to have two fully upgraded Seraphs on the map. And all of a sudden, that power trough we said that Invictus Gaming were going to go through is completely gone. Right now, they are happy to fight over any objective.
Yeah, that one is most definitely over. That's 8 stacks on the Rod of Ages here as well. Only a couple of minutes, and they're going to be at full power as far as those items are concerned. So already, like, he's ahead by 50 gold, is Zetize.
Yeah, run. There are 3 people heading into your lane right now. Kitties is the last one. 20 seconds until Dragon is up. They are sending Rookie back to base, but right now with the Rise as well as a Cassiopeia, very hard to contest Dragons against this team because magic damage, especially consistent magic damage, the likes of Cassiopeia, Rise, Karthus, really do like completely tear neutrals apart.
Yeah, Rookie decides to go with the Mercury's treads as well. Doesn't want to get CC'd to death, and that's a fantastic choice on a Cassiopeia. You already have so much consistent damage. One of the main damage gating moves is just to CC her up, so try and reduce that by as much as possible.
Yeah, exactly right. Not to mention the fact that he's already got the Abyssal, so that's kind of the Sork boot part of his build done. We'll go into Avoid Staff later on. So is able to get a lot of defense against the magic damage that's coming through because he's got a lot of hidden MR in his build and still does ridiculous amounts of damage. So I completely agree with you. Vladimir is another champion that I love to see Merc Treads picked up on. Rise, of course, has always done better with Merc Treads or Ninja Tabby, and we'll see that as this tank meta continues to evolve, more and more people will start picking up Mercury Treads.
Yeah, and I'd like to see some Leandri's Torments as well out of both of these AP carries from IG. But Kakao, there's the ultimate. Absolute Zero is down as Heart's going to get the full brunt of that. Long's going to teleport in, but he's got no Naba. Amy almost down to no health as there are the Twin Fangs. Oh, punished. He's going to get ulted up by Rookie as well as Sketch. Flashes over the wall to try and escape. Does use the heal a little bit late as well as Long. Oh my goodness, this consistent damage from IG. Completely terrifying, and Sketch, he's going to have to try and get out of there. IG, they have their run of the base if they want to.
They can go do Baron right now if they want to. They've still got Cassiopeia, not to mention a blood-boiled Sivir. So 25 minutes into the game, Invictus Gaming will head towards Baron and pick that one up. And Zetize survived for a surprising long time with the Sarah shield, with the shield from his passive coming through, was able to trade 1-for-1 on the backline, and that was just beautiful play out of Kid and Rookie to continue to get maximum damage out.
Yeah, the classic Zetize sacrificial lamb play where he just soaks up all of the damage, but you're right, they had so much consistent work going on because Rookie was just able to Twin Fang everything in sight.
Yeah, and the orb walking coupled with the Twin Fang was really just nice to look at there. Really good mechanics shown. And not to mention the Kid, he had Blood Boil on him for the entirety of that fight and did not get scratched. That's an Infinity Edge Static Shiv now going towards the makings of the Last Whisperer as well. And all of a sudden, you need to build MR to get away from the Rise, to get away from the Cassio, but Sivir is definitely here in a big way, and they need some maybe Thorn Mails just so they can keep going towards health. because otherwise they're not going to be in a good spot. But if we take another look at this, Cacao starts it off and both teleports come through. Mega Gnar was already used though, so when Long's in here, he's actually Mini Gnar and he's exhausted. And Zatai, you see the shield coming through, able to trade 1-for-1, and from there, it was just all about Rookie and Kid. Look at the consistent damage coming through from the backside of the team fight. And Kid, with that Blood Boil on him, moving so quickly because of the passive as well, he's just going to be able to chase you for days.
And Zatai now with that Spell Flux maxed out, as well as the Baron buff, able to push these minions up so incredibly far. Look, they're going to all crash into this inhibitor turret. The split pushing Rise, doing some work at this stage, does have his Seraph's Embrace off cooldown as well, so can have access to that shield as UP going to continue to try and clear out this mid wave. No turret's going to fall just yet, but Kid is going to change that one as he heads towards the top lane to take the easy out of turret.
Yeah, really smart move coming through from Kid here. Got his last Whisper, going to push down structures incredibly quickly. Maximizes Baron buff if you are in every single wave, just because Baron has so much power towards your minions. So if you can get a 1-3-1 or a 2-2 something going, they will be able to grab some structures for themselves, and they pick up 2 outers without a response coming through from Unlimited Potential.
Yeah, well, that's the inner turret and the... Well, all of the top lane turrets, apart from the inhibitor one, going to fall down here for IG. So already picking up a couple of turrets for their Baron buff, making it worthwhile. 5 turrets to 2 now in favor of IG, and it's starting to look very similar to the previous game with the mid-game shutout going on from IG.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it just really is them fighting when they have all the strength. Cacao being caught.
Yeah, he might find himself in the wrong position, along with a fantastic timing on the Gnar. There's the flash Gnar. Zatai going to get locked down here just a little bit. Exhaust again onto the Rises. My goodness, this damage is insane. I can see why they're focusing him. He's back to full health as well. The ultimate doing so much work. Punished, the only one alive. And look, it seems like you just can't keep Zatai down no matter what he's playing.
Yeah, 2 games in a row, Zatai really has stood up for Invictus Gaming, and all of a sudden, IG was scary enough last season when Zatai was trying to find his feet. He's absolutely burst onto the first couple of games of the season.
Oh my goodness.
Invictus Gaming go through 4-0.
4-0 so far. I mean, they're just creating a repeat of what they did in the first split, but now with a comfortable roster, a roster that they're pretty sure is going to be working out towards the end of this one. So I'm looking forward to seeing what IG can do now that they're looking so much better as a team.
Yeah, and solid laning phase again. They had some weaker picks this time around. They needed to get the tier stacking. They needed to get the roller up there. Even Sivir against Urgot, she wins out the lane, shoves in relatively well, but Urgot should have some kill potential, but they completely had control over Amy. Credit to Cacao for keeping good vision in both games, and Invictus Gaming just rolled over them.
Yeah, they most certainly did. It was quite frightening to see. And that's now, instead of just being the Orianna god coming through from Rookie,